Yeah. All righty. Hi, everybody. Hi, Joanne. Hey, Marilyn.
I still can't see myself. I don't know why.
I don't know. We
I
can
see
see
my
you.
phone. I know, I see my
Yeah.
phone view. I don't see me.
Ah, and here's Mother. My mom attends these things, so.
She, does she get CTLE credit?
Yeah, no, she's a retired art teacher. So she comes for the community
Okay.
and ideas and just fun making stuff. Hi, everyone. It feels like it's been a longest all the time. The shortest weeks feel like the longest all
They
the
do.
time. I don't know what it is, but it's like
I know. When we have 4 days, it feels like 8 days.
or a month. Depending on how everything else is going. Um let's see. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. We'll start at 7:05. And mom disappeared. She'll be back. It's a small group, so it must have been a rough week for everybody. Marilyn, oh, there you are. I was going to say you're muted.
You want to
Hello
see what I'm
there.
working on?
Yeah, show us your multi-shade of gray
Yeah,
circle
this is
thingy.
kind of a secret, so because it's entering in a competition, but this is the back of a garment. Oops, let's see.
Marilyn is the group quilting genius. Oh wow. You know what? That circle is smaller than I thought it was.
Yeah, yeah, it's 11 inches, I think.
It looked, without having anything for reference
I
in your
know.
photos, I thought
It looks big.
it
And then
almost for me was like the size of a Christmas tree
Skirt.
skirt, or yeah, the thing that you put on around the bottom of the tree. It looked really
That's-
big.
What
All
will
right.
that be? Is that an art piece? Is it clothing?
yeah, it's wearable art. This like
Okay.
I'll show you one that's done
Okay.
that's in a similar vein.
Oh wow. Oh,
Oh,
it's a
okay.
long
Okay.
vest.
I understand it now.
Oh,
Wow,
so it's
awesome.
like a robe. That's cool.
Good Lord. Like, I mean, how many weeks did that take? I'm not even gonna say how many days. Like, wow.
I've done about a year. I usually tell people what people mostly ask me is how long does it take you, and I always say I try not to keep track.
Yeah. Mm.
But I did get first place for that one a couple years ago
Nice.
at the Mid Atlantic Quilt Festival, and then last year I got first place for the one that I entered. So I figure third time's a charm. So
Nice.
Fantastic. I like the grays and the red and the blacks. Very good combo.
it's actually a Medusa theme, and
Hmm.
Medusa was originally a virgin goddess in Athena's temple, and
Yep.
she was ravaged by Poseidon on sacred ground, and so the reason that so Athena gave her protection, and Athena gave her snakes for hair, and the ability to turn rapists and would-be rapists into stone.
Nice.
Oh, that might be
That's ironic.
useful today.
I'm wearing my Medusa t-shirt. So
I
Oh
love,
wow.
I love it. Well,
thank
what
you.
what the story is, it's like patriarchy tells us.
Yep.
Oh, we're just innocent guys. She just looks at us and arbitrarily turns us to stone, and we didn't do anything.
For no
And
Mm.
that's
reason.
not
Right.
the
All
exact.
right, let's get this
Okay,
party
All right.
started.
thank you for looking, everybody. I'll show
Love your work.
Thank you,
So
thank you.
I want to welcome Robin Weiss, who I met at a Long Island symposium through NYSADA. Was it March of this year?
Yeah, March or April, maybe.
Yeah,
March,
really long time.
March.
Feels like forever ago. Um, but she told me about her great little dream bedroom 3D project, and I'm like, okay, I'm coming after you for a session. So here we are. Um, And we are going to switch over to Robin at 8:15. I'm going to post the link for attendance and CTLE credit in the chat. So please, even if you don't need CTLE credit, I need your attendance for our records. Please, please, please fill it out when I post it. And without further ado, Robin, I'm going to spotlight you. So there's your beautiful face.
Okay.
And I'm going to hand it over.
Okay, good evening. Hi. I'm Robin Weiss. I teach at PSIS 268 in Jamaica, which is District 29. I've been there, I think this is my 12th year. We're a K through 8 school, so I teach all the grades. And disclaimer, this was not my original idea. I saw it online. I thought it was really cool. So I adapted it for my classroom and I taught this to 6th grade. I think it's really great for middle school. You probably could do it with some like high flying 5th graders. But if your class size is really big, I think that might be a challenge because there's a lot of individual problem solving and decision making. So if you have a lot of kids in the class, that might be challenging. What else? I'm going to show you the Google Slide presentation that I use to present it to my kids. And then I'll show you like some tips about how to build it. It's a great project to use up all the odds and ends and stuff that people donate to you. And, I put out a lot of stuff for the kids and I didn't even put out everything. I couldn't anticipate everything they needed. So if they were working on something and they couldn't figure out how to make it, sometimes I would pull something else out of the closet and we problem solved as we went along.
That's how we roll though, right?
Well, I mean, for middle school, yeah. For kindergarten, 1st grade, not so much. Hold on a second.
That's a huge range that you cover,
It
kindergarten.
is, yeah, it
Kindergarten
really
to
is.
8th, you said?
Yeah, K to 8. I had a really hard time with middle school in the beginning because I had never taught it before. And it took me like 3 years to get a handle on their behavior.
Yeah.
And I have, really retooled my curriculum a lot since I started.
Even developmentally, from kindergarten to 8th grade.
Yeah, yeah, but even like the subject matter of my lesson plans, I'm having to always think about like more popular culture things and stuff to get them interested.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can share the screen now. Okay, so I used to do a much bigger unit on 1 point perspective, and we would do like city drawings and stuff, and they don't know how to use rulers, and they were so challenged doing that I just got sick of it. So now I try to incorporate it a little bit in the beginning of this artwork. So we do like a few 1 point perspective exercises in the beginning. So this is how I introduce it. I asked them to make this box look 3D. And then I have them write down the definition of 1 point. And then we do this exercise and I basically do it step by step with them because they cannot figure it out. And even if I gave them this after we did it together, they probably wouldn't be able to do it again. I don't know if you guys have that challenge, but
yes. Trying to it's unbelievable to me how little retention.
Well, the retention and also the fact that they don't even know how to use rulers.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing a grid drawing with my 7th and 8th grade kids right now, and they don't know how to measure from the side of the paper in increments. And I'm like, you have to put the ruler has to be at the edge of the paper, and you have to measure from the edge of the paper.
Right, but they also don't know to look for the line that says 0 because not every
Well, some of
ruler
my
is the
rulers have
same.
a 0 and some of them don't. So
Right.
you either put the 0 on the edge or put the ruler on the edge.
Right.
Whatever. All right, so I got tired of like doing this in-depth unit in one point, but I thought this would be a good lead-in for them.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have them write down some definitions because we're going to be using these words and we have to be able to discuss it. I like to do this with them. I have them come up and draw the converging parallel lines in this artwork and see if they can figure it out.
I love that too.
And some more definitions. And then I talk about the difference between 1 point and 2 point. You know, this happens over maybe 2 or 3 class periods.
Okay.
And then I'm still gonna get this when
Yes.
they do it themselves. So last time I taught this, I showed them this picture and I said, which one is correct? And actually some of them picked one of the boxes. And I'm like, look, the only reason it should be the only reason you should have a diagonal line is if it's going to the vanishing point. And you know, I don't know how many different ways to explain that, but I still get this.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
So then we move on. We start talking about our dream bedroom. So I want to get them thinking about like, what could you put in your bedroom if you could put anything in your bedroom? It has to be functional, but it can also be cool. So we have this discussion about these images, what, you know, where would you prefer to sleep and why? And then I introduce the project. This picture is actually from the person who I stole the lesson from. And this is the link to her Facebook.
Would you mind sharing this presentation? Is
No.
that okay?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So, you know, you can really see the variety of works that you can get and how creative the kids are. I love this one with the plants.
Yes.
I think these
nice.
were high school actually. This one's cool. It's like I don't know. Oh, it's from Fab Freddy or something. The kids told me. I don't know. I don't know what this is,
Cute.
but it's cool. So this one's really cool with the stairs and like a loft.
I love the lights.
Yeah. Yeah, they did that with beads and string, right?
Wow. And
Okay.
this is not, those are not yours. Those are
No, that was from the person I stole the lesson from. I'll show you some pictures of my kids. I'm pretty sure this was high school too. So then I have them write down a list of 5 things that they would want or need for their dream bedroom. And then, you know, we talk about form and function. So in order to be a bedroom, it has to have a bed and some place to put your clothes. Those are the requirements, but then you can design whatever you want for it. Do you want to put a pool in there? Do you want to put, you know, you want to put a fridge for drinks? Do you, whatever, a basketball hoop, whatever you want. But it has to have a bed and someplace to put clothes. And then we also, later on, we talk about like the space has to be organized to function.
Mhm.
All right, so we do that first, then we share. And then I have them do some research. So I have them, and I do everything in Google Classroom for grading. So I have them create a Google Doc and they have to copy 5 or more images that are inspiration for them that they like, and then also write what they like about each one. And they can't just write it's cool. Okay, they have to be more detailed and descriptive. And I give them some, you know, search word ideas. And again, it has to have a bed and some place to put the clothes. So that gets graded.
Mhm.
And then I have them do a floor plan on paper just to help them map out the space and figure out what goes where and think about the function of the space. It's also going to help them when they start designing because they have to do the walls and the floors first. So if they decide they want to put a mirror or a picture up over the bed, they have to know where the bed is going to be because they're not putting the furniture in till last. Any questions so far?
Nope.
Super.
How often do you
This,
see your students?
I see my 6th graders twice a week.
So how long did this project last from
Oh
beginning?
my
to
God.
end?
It probably took 2 or 3 months, probably. I can't remember. I did it last year.
God. Did you want to kill yourself from?
No, there wasn't a single kid that wasn't engaged.
That's awesome.
And I also got to like see them problem solve, see them help each other problem solve, and also be creative helping them problem solve myself. So it was really fun, actually.
Love that.
And it was very self-propelling for them. Some of them came up with ideas that I didn't even think of. Because like I said, it's a lot of individual problem solving depending on what they want to put in their bedroom.
Yeah. And it's been a long time since we were teenagers.
Yeah. Some of them I was kind of disappointed. Some of them pushed the envelope and some of them were just like, I have no imagination. And that was like disappointing.
Well,
Um,
here's a question just popped into my mind. How would you handle the very delicate situation now with immigrants and children and families that,
don't have their own spaces?
yeah,
Well, I mean, I think it's perfect because you're just imagining what you would want if you could have anything you want,
okay,
you know? I'm not asking them to recreate their own space.
right, that's true.
I'm asking them to sort of like reach for the stars and pretend you could do anything in your bedroom.
That's true.
But you have to be able to sleep in it and put your clothes someplace.
Somebody asked, how do you handle kids that move in mid-project? Like move away, Carrie? Leave the class?
No, kids that move into your class partway through. So you're halfway through the project and then they just join the class. Because I've got a lot of transient students.
Yeah, amazingly, they catch up pretty quick. They see what other kids are doing and they can catch up pretty quick.
Plus they get the help from the kids who are already.
Yeah, and we work on it for a pretty long time, so it's not like they have to finish it in 3 days.
Right.
All right, what's next? Okay, so then we start building. So I'm gonna I want to switch to my iPhone now so I can show you how we do that.
So you want me, I'll spotlight your phone. How about
Yeah,
that?
spotlight my phone, I guess.
Okay, so then I think you have to stop.
I have to stop sharing, right?
Yeah. There we go.
Yay. Okay. So this is what I came up with. If you want to do it a different size, it's fine. But I can see this is not going to be big enough here. So this is a 15 by 15 piece of railroad board or oak tag or whatever you want to call it. And we fold it in quarters. You can see I recycled this. I fold it in quarters and then I cut, where's my scissors? I'll cut one fold. Sorry. And then you put it together like this. So it creates like half a box with 2 walls.
Yep.
And then I have them glue this. Right? So I'm just gonna use glue stick for now. They probably need to use Elmer's if it's gonna stay. For my purposes right now, I'm gonna.
So that size is
So this is
7.5.
Yeah, so each side is 7.5.
Okay.
And if you make it too small, they can't build the furniture and stuff. So I think this is a pretty workable size.
Cool.
And then, I make sure they have to write their name on the back of one of the walls, which of course some kids also will never do. And I'm like, whose is this? Okay, so I want them to focus on the walls and the floor first. So I have also like all this scrapbook paper, which is like a really good size, like scrapbook paper. Let me get my ruler.
Those are the 12 by 12 pads, right?
Are they 12 by 12? I don't know. Let me just get my.
Carrie, I was thinking that same exact question. Once they're all assembled, how do you store them?
I have some shelves that I put them on.
Okay.
Like it depends what you have. Yeah, these are 12 by 12. Okay, so what I have them do is we talk about color, right? It has to like look nice together, it has to be cohesive and have unity. So I don't know, I got these at a garage sale. So I have them turn it upside down so they trace on the back, and then they put the corner in the corner of the paper so they don't like waste it, and they only have to cut two sides. So you trace it, right? And then cut it. I just realized that I have the hole in this side. A little hole here. So this is gonna be wallpaper. This is so hard for me to do in the camera. This is gonna be wallpaper. If there's an edge that's no good, put it near the floor because you're gonna probably be covering it with furniture or something.
Good idea.
So, and then I would put another one here, or if you don't have enough paper, you can do coordinating plain color, right? And then for the floor, I have fabric, like for carpet, or they can use plain construction paper, or they can use a coordinating piece of paper. I have this this is like a little yellow dot pattern. So
They have the scrapbook pads that have like wood textures and
yes.
yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah, I found some paper in my room that I don't know where it came from that had like this wood texture on it, but it was like gigantic size. It was like from a printer or something. And some of my kids use that. So like there's so many random things that you can use for this. It's great. I'm just gonna make my carpet on my flooring. Oh, I forgot to bring home plain paper. Okay, so flooring, and I have them use glue sticks for this. So
Okay.
flooring and wall covering, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know if you guys are doing this with me or not, and I should stop or should just keep going.
Well, let's see. Is anybody doing a work along or are we just observing? You guys.
Just watching.
Just watching. Anybody else? Is anybody working along with Robin?
Okay.
You can't see.
All
her.
right. So, one other thing I mentioned to them also is that legally, you're really supposed to have a window in a bedroom for it to be a bedroom. Some kids tell me they live in the basement, they don't have a window, whatever. So sometimes, I don't know if that makes them feel bad. But I do try to encourage them to put a window. So let's pretend I also have this wall covered.
Mm-hmm.
So then we start thinking about what goes on the walls. So we're not putting the furniture in it yet. So this is where the floor plan comes in, because if I want to put let's say I want to put my bed here and I want to put like a mirror above my bed, now I know where I want to put it.
How do you discuss proportion with them?
I don't think I did. I think we just sort of eyeball it.
Okay.
But if I see something that looks out of proportion, I will question them,
Right.
right?
Yes.
When we get to the furniture, I have a template for them to use, so the furniture will be in proportion.
Oh, great. Okay.
Okay, so whatever you're putting on the wall, you're putting a mirror. Last year, I think I found some like little mirrors that somebody donated to me, so we actually use those. But you can also use like the silver reflective paper to make a mirror and put a bigger rectangle behind it to make a frame. Pictures. Some kids asked me if they could bring in photocopies of like their favorite singers and stuff to like make pictures on the wall, and I said sure.
Posters, yeah.
Yeah. Shelves, and some of my kids made shelves and they made books with cardboard. Like it was so cute.
Oh.
I had cork. I had flat cork, like sheets of cork. So I gave it to them and I said, oh, you can make a bulletin board. So some of them made bulletin boards, like there's so many so many random materials that you can use, and be creative with it. So yeah, aluminum foil for a mirror, right? You could wrap it around a piece of cardboard or just glue it on a bigger background to make it look like it has a frame. Let me just check
Print
mine.
out like clip art frames or whatever to put over.
Yeah, but I try not to waste that. Like, I try not to print things for them. If they want to bring it in, they could. One of my scrapbooks had frames on the page, so some of them use those. They cut them out. A TV, like a flat screen TV. Anything that will go on the wall. And then something I didn't do that I would do going forward is talk to them a little bit about cardboard techniques.
Yes.
I'm gonna screen share again. I found this also online, right? So like for shelves, you could just make like an L shape out of cardboard, you score it and then glue it to the wall, and then you could cover it. Or there's some examples here that have like brackets underneath them. So that would be cardboard techniques. The cardboard has to be sort of the thinner cardboard, not the really super strong, thick cardboard.
Not corrugated.
You can use corrugated, and I give them corrugated to make the furniture, but it's not the very, very heavy duty corrugated ones because we score it to bend it.
Right.
Okay, so we spend some time on this part, the walls and the floor. Oh, rugs, right? I have fabric, they can make rugs. They can cut fabric out, in different shapes and make rugs. If you have fringe and trims, they can put that around the rug, the edge of the rug. Let me just check what else.
Do they ask you to use clay to make like?
So yeah, you know what happened? One of my girls wanted to make shoes. And I was like, how could we make shoes? And I had modeling clay in my closet. So they used modeling clay and she put shoes under her bed. And then some of them used the modeling clay to make plants and pots. Yeah.
Like a pet, a dog or a cat or.
None of them came up with that idea and I didn't think of it, but yeah. Yeah, you come up with an idea, sure, let's figure out how to do it,
I love it.
Okay, so we spend some time on the floor and the walls because once that's done, we're gonna put the furniture in. Some of my kids wanted to put the door on one of the walls, but I said, well, you can pretend the door is on one of the walls, it's not here, and then use your wall space for something else. Some of the kids, they strung like ribbon and stuff and to make it look like, what do you call it? The lights.
Oh, the twinkle lights?
Yeah, twinkle lights, or what are those other lights called? I forget, whatever.
LED lights?
Yeah, the LED lights.
Fairy lights.
No, some of them wanted to look like LED lights, and I had this ribbon that I think I have a piece of it here. I had this ribbon and the kids thought it looked like LED lights. So some of them put it along the top here. Yeah, some of the kids, didn't think about colors and I would look at it and be like, does that match? But the girls were really into it. Like the girls, they were really into decorating and adding lace, and they made bedding with trim on it, and we made pillows. One of them wanted to make pillows, so we figured out how to make pillows. Yeah, so all right, so next would come the furniture. So I'm going to share again. I'll show you the template for the furniture.
I have a question before you do that?
Yeah.
And you showed us the cardboard display for, attaching
Yeah.
things. Did you do a lesson of that
No, I didn't last time, and then I realized I need to do that. I need to show them some techniques.
Like spend one period on
Hmm,
cardboard techniques?
yeah, maybe. I think it depends on your population too. Like if you maybe just show them the visual, they might be able to do that.
Okay.
But yeah, I didn't last time and I realized I needed to. But some of the kids figured it out themselves.
Cool.
So this is the template that I use for the bed, and also it works for furniture. So it's kind of the same thing. Where did I put the one that I cut out? Um,
Does that all come out of a 7.5-inch square also?
no, I just use a cardboard box. I collect cardboard, so I have tons of
What's-
cardboard scraps in my room.
What's the overall size of that? I see the width, but not the lengths.
Oh. Oh, you're right. So the length is the top section, the longer section is 5 inches.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bottom section is 1.5 inches, just like the sides.
Okay, so it's 6.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this would be like for a twin bed size. Some of the kids wanted to make a double bed, so we made the center part like 3.5 inches, or I don't remember. So I'm going to show you on my camera how to make it.
Okay.
So I scored here and here and here, and then I cut here. So now I can just bend it and put it together like this, right?
Oh, so that's the bed. Got it.
Yeah, so the end is open, so the open end could go against the wall,
Right.
and then this becomes the bed.
Now, do you have this printed out where you give it to the kids to cut?
So I didn't. Last year I just showed them how to do it.
Uh-huh.
And then I realized like, oh, it would make sense if I put a picture of it on the slide deck.
Yeah.
So I will do that next time. But no, I can't print that out. I mean, if you think you need to do that for your kids, you can. Like you could print it on a piece of paper, I guess.
I'm just
Right.
thinking of, like you said, they don't know how to read a ruler or how to measure stuff and
Right. Well, I would demonstrate it first, obviously.
Mhm.
But then there are always kids that are ahead and behind and whatever, so,
Right.
yeah.
Joanne just said if you have sardine boxes, not the tins, but the boxes they come in, those work great for beds, armoires, or big dressers.
The size, like the size itself, you mean, is like the perfect size?
Yep, that's what she said.
Okay, well, I don't, but, okay.
You
So then you have
have
to,
to
so you can use Elmer's for this also, if you trust your kids with glue guns, like I have low temperature glue guns that I gave them also for this project.
Mhm.
So I gave them Elmer's, I gave them glue guns, and I gave them glue sticks. We used everything. So this would become the bed. Now, if you wanted this, if you turn it sideways like this, it can be a dresser. If you turn it like this, it can be an armoire, right?
Or if you turn it the other way around, you could put shelves in it and it's a bookcase.
Yes. Oh, yes, you could make it a bookcase and turn it this way.
Aha.
Yeah, so this is like multi-purpose. So this is like the basic shape for the furniture.
Love it.
Right, so then, and then I had them, they decorated their bed, so I have fabric. They made bedding. We made pillows I showed them like, I'll show you what we did with the pillows. So,
Did you actually stitch or you glued?
no, we stapled and glued. So I had them fold a piece of fabric. Some of them made decorative pillows, some of them made the pillow for the bed. So I would have them, you know, fold it like this, right? And then I would actually inside out. And then I would have them staple two sides and then turn it inside out and then stuff it. Either you could stuff it with fabric scraps if you don't have batting. And then we folded the smallest edge in on itself and glued it with Elmer's glue.
Very cool.
Right? So that could become a pillow. And actually, the girls that were in my class, they started making them and started like trying to staple it all the way around on the outside. I was like, no, that looks messy. Let's do it this way. So I didn't even think about it. Like they came up with it and then I, you know, sort of fine-tuned it for them.
I love that.
Okay. What else? So I give them like, I have buttons, I have sequins, I have all different kinds of random trim. You know, like this could be the trim on like a bedspread. And then, oh, I want to show you something else. Some of my kids wanted to do bunk beds. So some of my kids wanted to do bunk beds, so we had to figure out like how to put it high up. So I think I had some straws. So some of them use straws to put it on legs. Some of them use popsicle sticks to put it on legs. Then we had to make the ladders. So I had these in my classroom.
Ah.
So these are great for ladders. So you can, you know, you can break this off, right? And then stick it in the slot and make steps. I don't know how he did this. One of my kids figured it out. You probably also have to hot glue it a little bit, but these made ladders. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, so cute.
One of my kids made like a bunk bed and then he like put a sofa underneath the bunk bed and like a TV. I don't know what they're called. So some of them got super creative. I don't know. Somebody gave me these gems, like the girls would use these. And somebody gave me like these flowers. The girls would use those. Some of them put them on the wall, like just to make like decorations. What else?
Did you have any kids that wanted to put the ceiling in there with a light?
Yeah, one of my kids did that, actually.
How'd they make the light?
Yeah, I can't remember how he did it. It was really clever. I can't remember. He might have used beads, like clear beads. I can't remember. But they could, you know, they could put like sconces on the wall. They want to put lights on the wall. So yeah, so then like I had this modeling clay that they used again for shoes and like they made plants. Some of my kids made plants from paper, like paper scraps and
Pipe cleaners.
pipe cleaners, yeah. Pipe cleaners. Yeah. The beauty of this is that you get to see your kids being creative and problem solving and coming up with like just great ideas.
I love that.
And that, you know, they all came out totally different. I entered one of them in the Queensboro Art Fair last year and it didn't get in and I was so pissed.
Aw.
I don't know. That's kind of, that's it. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Let me check my presentation. Oh, I can show you some of the things my kids did.
Yeah.
So this kid here that did the red and the black room, he's the one that like this
The
is
ladder, yeah.
this is hangers. He like put hangers underneath the bunk bed.
Can
So he
you
could
make
hang his
that any bigger?
clothes.
Can you put
What?
it on, can you put it on slideshow mode so we can see
Oh
the
yeah.
your screen? Yeah.
So he put hangers under the bunk bed.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
Yeah, and this was his sofa. And then this was a dresser. This is the mirror. I had these little round mirrors. This kid, oh, this is the kid that made the
The
ladder.
ladder. So
Like he figured that out all by himself. This kid, I called his parent up to school because I told her that he has to go to architecture school. He was literally like a brilliant three-dimensional problem solver.
That's amazing.
And like all his colors go together. Like he was so good. This one is a little bit more chaotic, but it was really colorful. And she was an L that barely spoke English. And I thought she did such a good job and she was really focused and into it. And I love her curtains. Here's some plants that she made out of the pipe cleaners. I had this fabric that was this like black and white Dalmatian print that the kids was like going crazy over. Like it doesn't match, but they loved it and they wanted to use it. So. You know, like one thing I would talk to them about like is making your walls go together. Like her wallpaper isn't quite, it's a little chaotic, right? I might have used like a solid color that matched one of the patterns. Sometimes I didn't have enough for both walls, so then they just used something that didn't really go together. But, oh, I'll talk to you about how I graded them too. So this one on the right is the one that I entered in the Queensboro and they didn't take it, but she's the one who wanted to bring in pictures of her like favorite singers or artists or something. So she printed those out and brought them in. You can see she made this like armoire.
And the bulletin board. Oh,
Yeah, bulletin board and the pillows.
oh my gosh.
And then, oops, this one on the left, this was like, it was like, she put everything in here, but including the kitchen sink. It was totally extra, but it was really creative. This was a straw and she covered it with clay because I guess she didn't want to see the straw or something. She made this bed that was a bunk bed with this ladder, but it was not structurally sound. But it was still creative. And then she put like ribbons up here. You can't see the whole thing, but she made this sort of like circus tent looking thing with ribbons on the top. And everything was pink.
Oh.
So you get to see like their personalities. She used a button. I guess it's a flower here.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get to see their personalities, which is cool too. This one on the right here, she used that ribbon like to make it look like the LED lights. And some of them, you know, the workmanship is super neat and some of them are just like not so great. So part of their grade is workmanship.
It looks like they all had so much fun.
They did. They were so engaged. Like, oh, he did this, like he rolled up his blanket up here. I was like, he just added such cool details to this that I was like,
This is a
really
perfect
blown away.
project for materials for the arts.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah, for sure.
clearance shelves at Michael's. Any
Yeah. I
do
mean, I had so much stuff though, because like I had stuff from materials from the arts and I have stuff that people donate to me. They just give me all their random stuff. And, you know, sometimes I'm like, what am I going to do with this? And this is perfect. And, you know, I keep a scrap box for all my scrap papers. So you can use those. It's, you know, this is like this, he used this corrugated paper here to make like this design on the wall. It's like limitless, basically.
Do you do this toward the end of the year or in the beginning of the year?
You know what? Last year, or they scheduled us different with sixth grade. I used to see them only for a third of the year. So I think this was probably the only thing I ended up doing with them. But
Oh,
if I have them for a full year, I always do my 3D stuff towards the end of the year. I always start out with 2D stuff and then I do the 3D stuff at the end.
I like that.
But they totally ran with this. They were really into it. Let me check my.
I have so many ideas swirling around in my head right now.
So I did see online, I saw somebody else that did something like this, but it was high school and they just had them design any kind of room.
Mm-hmm. Free choice.
Yeah. So or if you want, you could do like, have them design a restaurant or have them design, I don't know, you could give them another specific type of room, or you can have them do whatever. It's definitely, you teach high school, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so you can adopt it up or down.
I've even seen the ones that are little galleries, like museum.
Yeah, so this person that I saw that gave their kids a choice, I think some of them did like a museum gallery.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them did, I don't know, an aquarium, I think. They had really creative ideas. Like it was definitely high school. But I like this for middle school because it's like, middle school is like, I'm all about me. So,
That's true.
right?
Oh,
And
can you imagine having somebody do like a bodega with all the corner store stuff on the inside?
yeah, that
Oh,
would
God.
take them forever.
God.
I just want to check my rubric to talk about how I graded them.
I've had to adjust my grading policy over the years and like simplify and simplify and simplify.
Yeah.
I break projects down into stages so that at least, if the kids don't finish something, they at least get partial credit
Well,
for the steps
yeah,
they
for
finish.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, for this project, I gave them an interim grade when they were finished with the walls and the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And then I gave them a final grade.
Mm-hmm.
And they also got a grade for doing the 1-point perspective drawing.
And the floor plan?
I can't remember if I graded that, but that could be a grade too,
Mm-hmm.
right? So then you have multiple grades and it's not just like one big project.
Right.
Okay, so I'll share again and I'll show you the rubric. This is from Google Classroom
Okay.
because I do it in Google Classroom. So function. My bedroom has more furniture than the minimum requirement of a bed and something to store clothes. My bedroom has the minimum requirement. My bedroom has less than that. Theme or cohesiveness or unity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Use of space. The space is perfectly organized to maximize the flow and function. So like your bed is not in the middle of the room, which one of my kids actually did. And it's organized to make sense, so you would use it comfortably. Details, attention to detail, workmanship, and then reflection questions. They have to answer reflection questions. And the reflection questions were: describe what you feel most proud of, discuss a challenge making this artwork and how you overcame it or solved it, and what you would improve in your artwork.
I
Right?
always do reflection too at the end of every project.
What's that?
I always do a reflection at the end
Yeah,
of every
and I
project.
started making it part of the rubric, otherwise they don't care about doing it.
Yeah. Well, I make it count as a test grade and then
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do test grades. All my work is like the same weight. All the grades are the same weight.
we have to have assessments.
Mm,
So, it's just determined by how you label the assignment, whether it's just a regular
Right.
assignment, an assessment, or engagement, or whatever.
Yeah, they don't give me a hard time about that. So we do have weighted categories, but mostly the classroom teachers use them because they have quizzes and tests and homework and classwork. So, and I don't have all those things. So I just count everything as the same weight.
Would you be okay sharing the presentation with us and the rubric
Yeah, sure. No
in
problem.
in the chat? That would be awesome. Thank you.
I would have to download the rubric. I'm gonna have to share it with you after.
No problem.
I'd have to download the rubric and then into like an Excel document.
Okay.
And I could download also the reflection questions into a Word document and just share it with you.
Okay, and the presentation. So if anybody wants those things, since you attended, just email me and then I can forward it on to you when I get them from Robin.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of it.
Is there anybody here who,
Is there anybody here?
no. Is there anybody here who made the project or were we all just watching?
So
Watching.
Watching?
can I make a confession?
Yeah.
Sure.
So this is kind of ironic, where I'm doing a long-term sub and I have a class of boys that I just can't deal with. They're just so high energy, so I mean, they're always touching each other.
What grade?
6th grade.
No.
They just don't stay in their seats, and I had to scrap all my plans and I started to think about what project did I really like when I was their age, and we did a dream bedroom type project. This was like over 20 years ago.
Mm.
And then I started Googling it and I found, all these, different lesson plans and, stuff very similar to this. And I really enjoyed sitting in and seeing how somebody else approached it because I learned a lot of things that I didn't do, that I could have done, like making the connection with perspective,
Mhm.
you know, doing some of that, even just seeing some of the materials you used and what you did and not doing that or doing things just a different way. So
Yeah.
this was really informative, but
Good.
I definitely will say, so I have actually made one, with as the kids make theirs, I've been making, mine, and this project has been amazing for these high energy boys
Yeah.
that can't sit still, that
Yeah.
won't stop like sticking their fingers in other kids, like, I don't know, like bodies, like they're
Mhm.
just so weird and goofy.
Well, what's great about it
Yeah.
is they have like, it's 100% their choice, so they can
Yep.
get up and get whatever they need.
Mhm. And they're moving throughout the room, but I'd say now instead of before where, I mean, some of these kids, they were just getting up and just bothering kids.
Mhm.
Now, at least half or 75% of the time, they're actually moving to get materials and they're not bothering kids. And I'm seeing them like asking, "Oh, how did you make that?" So they're
Yeah.
like engaging in
Yep.
positive
That's how it
ways.
happened in my class too.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
like
Winning.
this is an amazing project to do with kids. I'm also doing it with 7th graders,
Uh-huh.
and just the difference in, like, 7th graders don't need as much time to do stuff, like, they're picking things up much faster
Yeah.
than the 6th graders are,
Yeah.
but
Interesting.
they're also just super engaged and into it, and the boys especially, because I found some pictures, not of these, like, model bedrooms, but of actual, like, sports themed bedrooms that people have
Yeah.
designed.
Yeah.
That also hooked in some boys that were, like, on the fence and they kinda didn't wanna do it.
Right.
Um, and then I've found some great tutorials online because often I just don't have the energy to be, like, rehashing everything
Mhm.
on how to make dollhouse furniture, but I had to Google how to make cardboard dollhouse furniture.
Okay.
So
Well,
there
that's a good
yeah,
idea.
but no, this was fabulous to see, how you're doing it and hooking it in with perspective.
Yeah.
Um,
I hate
and
Yeah,
to
I
tell you
mean,
guys this, but it sounds like you're describing my high school classes with that behavior. I have
oh my
had
god.
such issues with my high schoolers touching each other,
Yeah,
slapping each other, wrestling, chasing each
yes.
other around the room and out the door. And I have never experienced this kind of
Yeah.
immaturity.
They're so weird.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
I have to tell you though, as like when I first started teaching in this school, I was really, really OCD about giving out materials like scaffolding, like just giving them certain things at certain times. And the more experience I get as a teacher, the more I give them autonomy, and it actually is better. Like I have a fourth grade class who's an L class that they're so bad. And they were really bad last year. They had a teacher that didn't impose any rules on them, and they've been together for a long time because they keep the L's together. And they're just really challenging. And they, in my class this year, like the project that we're doing now, I was like, okay, this is what I would explain to them what they were doing, and I said, get up and get what you need. And they're fine. Like they're totally fine. And it helps them that they can move around and get what they need instead of sitting and waiting for it. So I'm finding, the longer I teach, the more autonomy I give them, and it's better for them. And then I don't have to be running around my room and like doling out supplies and being OCD about it.
I get it. I tried that last year.
Did it work?
Problem is half of my stuff would disappear.
Well, yeah, if that's a problem, then it has to be signed out.
I
I've
don't
read
I don't
online
have that
about,
kind of time,
well,
there's
I read online about teachers that like make kids give them a shoe.
I used to do that too. But then I have to deal with, giving everything back, and that takes time at the end of the class, and it's like,
Well,
you know
then
what?
I guess you can't give them certain supplies.
I know. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
It's like, do I make myself suffer, or do I make them suffer, or do we all suffer?
No,
And
they should suffer. If they can't be respectful of the materials in your room, then that's their consequence.
do you have any idea how many pencils I've already given
Oh my God.
out, and they still keep asking for more, and because they're too lazy to open up the damn book bag and pull it out of the bottom of the bag?
Oh, well, then don't give them pencils, I guess. Then they wouldn't do work. They would just sit there.
Yeah, they would just sit there.
Wow.
I have a funny thing about pencils. So I've also been dealing with that, and like literally I'll have 20 pencils out one day and the next day there's like 5. And I'm like,
Mhm.
where did they all go?
Exactly.
So so what I've been doing, because again, this I'm doing middle school, they tend to leave a lot of stuff behind. So now
Yeah.
so it's really hilarious. So I'll go from having 5 pencils to then one day I'll like have kids like leave 5 or 6 nice pencils behind. And then I'm often finding them in the most bizarre places. So I also have some 5th graders and they're really good. So I've been having some of them, if they finish early, I go like, go on a pencil hunt. Like go
Yeah.
through this bin, see if you can find any pencils. And like suddenly like they find all the missing pencils. So
I don't have a pencil problem really. The only thing I put on my tables now, I have a pencil case, and it has pencils and an eraser, and each pencil case has a label on it with how many of each of those should be in there.
mm,
And then I have a cleanup contest for my elementary kids at the end of each class, and the table that wins the cleanup contest gets stickers, and the table captain is in charge of checking the pencil case to make sure everything is in there.
nice.
So my middle schoolers like to work with the mechanical pencils, but I don't let them use that in my class. But they don't really steal my pencils. Sometimes they break them. Sometimes I find broken ones on the floor, but I never make a big stink out of it. I just ignore it. And I always, I'll always get them back. Like I'll find them on the floor, or I'll find them on other teachers' floors, or they leave them there, or I don't know. I never have a problem.
Gotta pick our battles, right?
Yeah. Sometimes if you make a big deal about it, they'll do it more.
Wow. I can't, at the beginning of the year, I bought caddies for each table group.
Mm-hmm.
Said every table has X amount of, you know, pencils, a glue stick, a scissor, whatever.
Yeah, I stopped
And
doing that
then-
so long ago.
And then and it was working. I also started with punch cards and I give every kid a punch card, and you know, every time you clean up your table, I'll punch your card and you get 10 punches, you get a prize, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was fine until the beginning of the year, like at the very end of September, everything was under control, and then I got COVID and I was out for a week, and I come back and everything was gone.
Uh,
And I'm like, you know, that's so sucky.
yeah,
Just so sucky. Like they take advantage, and then
yeah.
but
I had COVID in September too. I had it the second week of school and I was out for a whole week.
I had it the last week. It was horrible.
Yeah, I had every symptom this time.
I had a fever.
Mm-hmm.
First time I had it 2 years ago, it was like a regular cold. This
Yep.
time I was flat on my back, fever for 3 days in a row.
Yeah, I had fever for like 4 days.
Oh my God, it was horrible.
It wasn't horrible, but it was, I had all the symptoms and I had fever for like 4 days. Like we must have had the same strain.
Well, I should be good now for at least another 2 years. All right, I'm going to put the link in the chat for the attendance sheet. Please, please, please fill out the attendance sheet, even if you don't need, what is that? That's not the link. Hold on a second, I'm sorry. Even if you don't need the CTLE credit, just make sure you fill it out anyway so that I can document our attendance.
Do you want me to do it too?
Yeah, Mom, I always end up putting your name into it. So you can, yeah, click on the link. All right, there it is. It worked this time. Click on the link, put your name in. Mom, you don't have to give us your social or your birthday or whatever, because you don't need all that, but we just need your name for attendance, so. And, Robin, you said you're gonna email me the link.
Yeah, I can, I'll share my my Google Slides with you.
Okay.
Do I have your DOE email?
You can just send it to my regular email. I'll put that in the chat too. And if anybody wants,
I have your regular email.
Rob, you have it? Okay.
Well, you emailed us the link for Zoom.
Right. If anybody wants Robin's resources, my brain is starting to shut down. Email me and let me know, and I'll forward you guys.
Your Google slide presentation.
Steph, I haven't done this before. I'm clicking on chat, but I don't see anything.
When the chat window opens, scroll up or down to see the link that should be blue with an underline on it.
I'm seeing a lot of people's little messages.
You have
All
to
right.
scroll all the way down.
I'll just add your name to the document.
Oh, is it the HTTPS thing?
Yes.
It'd all be in blue text.
I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can put my DOE email
Now, how,
on the CTLE thing.
Any email that you'll be able to get the certification through, that's fine.
So
What is it on our
Steph, I
birth
never
date?
signed up because I didn't think I had to because I'm not looking for certification. So I'm sorry, I did it today.
That's okay. I think I added your name also to when I was trying to go through the first one I had to do, because this is new to me with the document. Somebody else was doing it, and now
Yeah.
I have to do it. So I was going through the chat to make sure that I didn't miss anybody when I filled out the form. So
Why does it need our birth date and last 4 digits of our social?
that's only if you need CTLE credit or hours and a
Yeah.
certificate for professional development time.
I know, but what? Because they want to make it short, make sure it's us.
Because if they get audited, they need that documentation. I don't know. Just
How do you
say-
sign?
What?
Just
How
type
do you-
your
how do
name
you
in.
sign?
Just
Just
type your
type your
in.
name, Mom.
Well, I typed it in the first column under name, but signature looks handwritten.
Yeah, because there's a font assigned to it. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh, I spelled my name wrong.
Anyway,
God.
thank you so much, Robin. This was great to see like another teacher doing like what I just did, but
You're
like
welcome.
so like inspirational just to see different take on it and what else I could do.
Yeah.
Like what could I do better?
Yeah.
Thank you.
The coolest
welcome.
part about these sessions is that everybody has a hack for
Yeah.
doing something differently or better or quicker or cheaper or whatever, and I love that. That's
So
a-
Joanne, is there anything that you are doing with your group that you'd want to share?
Yes, two things. One, my dogs go through a lot of sardines, so I've brought in like probably 50 sardine boxes,
Okay.
and they're you know about I don't know like they're like this a little bit bigger than an index card.
Mm-hmm.
And they are perfect for turning them into a bed, a dresser, and then I had kids turn them sideways to turn them into armoires, which I didn't even think of.
Yeah. Well, this one also, like if you turn
Yeah.
it, yeah, this way, it could be an
Yep.
arm.
And they're almost that same size. So because I have seventh graders who were really cutting it to the end of the trimester, I'm just telling them just wrap paper around the sardine boxes and turn that
Yeah.
into your furniture.
Instead of painting it, you mean?
Yes, and like make
Yeah,
it from
I don't,
scratch.
yeah, I basically gave them paper for everything to collage, like if they were doing a dresser, they collaged it with paper.
And the
Some of my kids did ask me for paint and we had time, so I let them, but I don't think it looks that nice, actually.
the
You
other
know what you
thing,
could use also instead of use paint sticks. It's
Yeah, I
less
don't have those.
messy if you have paint sticks. It's less messy and
Yeah.
involved than using actual paint.
speaking of paint, I know I had a ton of these little cups of paint that were pre-mixed from another project, so I saved them and I just, put them on trays or like in
Yeah,
the cover from a paper box. I just filled them there and I said, if you guys need paint, just take these and just use them up.
yeah.
But one hack I did, actually, I didn't come up with, the secretary at the school came up with, because the lesson I saw online, they used foam core. And the secretary was concerned, that the amount of foam core I needed, I mean, it was going to cost $200. And
Wow.
she's like, this is a lot of money. And I'm like, I know. So she said, can you just use cardboard? I said, well, that's what I did, but it took me almost 3 prep periods just to cut the cardboard pieces for 2 classes because I didn't trust them with X-Acto knives.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, you can buy like the little cardboard sheets they put like for packaging. So I learned I could order through Uline pieces of cardboard that were, I believe, 9 inches by 12 inches and 9 inches by 9 inches square. So I gave them 2 pieces of the 9 by 12s for the floor and one wall, and then a 9 by 9 for the side wall.
Oh, but then
So-
how did they put it together?
So we used packaging tape.
I was just gonna say, I bought that one year and I
Oh.
have it, like I had to buy a giant box of it. It's still in my closet. But that's really good. The brown paper that you wet, right?
So you can use that. But we had just a ridiculous amount of just plastic, like the
The clear.
packaging tape, and that worked good. And then I had them
Oh,
reinforce the inside with glue gun, like glue gun.
yeah.
But
This
that was
solution, I think the solution that I use is a lot quicker and easier.
possibly. But for me, it was more what supplies do I have and how much money will they let me spend? So.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's so many different ways. Like I think the paper tape probably is more economical and sturdier, but
Yeah, I had bought it. I forget why I needed it one year. I don't know. I think I was doing one year I did with 4th graders. This was really in the beginning of my tenure at this school. I did what was it, tree houses or something? I forget. I have to look it up. And I needed to get something for them to like put the, like hold the cardboard together. So I bought that brown packing tape that you wet.
Mhm.
I like that tape.
It's really good.
It
And
is
I still
really-
have a whole box of it. I haven't used it in a long time.
I used that tape when I did 3D cardboard alphabet letters.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
And we wrapped it
yeah,
with that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can you paint over it?
Yes.
Yeah.
As long as you get the flat, matte, straight paper with the adhesive on one side. I made the mistake and I bought the wrong one, and it was like
It has strings in
it
it.
was glossy on one side or like waxy, and you can't paint over that. So you got to get the
Oh.
one that's just straight paper.
Yeah, mine's matte on the
yeah.
outside, but I think it has strings in it.
Oh, yes, mine had strings also.
Yeah, so it's a
That
little
was mine.
three-dimensional.
Yeah, yeah. I like that type a lot. That was a fun project.
So, yeah.
Mom did that project, and her letter came out amazing.
Would you like to see it?
Sure, show us.
I've never done that.
Hold on.
It's so easy because you need 2 sheets of 9 by 12 cardboard, like shirt cardboard, and you can order
Mhm.
that also. And then you put paper cups in between the 2 cardboards, like little, the bathroom Dixie cup kind of things.
Right.
And you put one standing right side up and then upside down to get them close together, and that's what holds the form. Look how
But how do you cover the sides?
you wrap it with the tape.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
there's
cute.
Mom's
Can you see it?
spotlight. I'll
Yeah.
spotlight you. Hold on, add spotlight. There you go.
Oh, there
That's
I
so
am.
cute.
Car, look how pretty that is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I did that one, I think 2 or 3 years ago with my kids.
That's really cute.
That was so much fun to do.
And is that all cardboard?
Yeah.
It's just cardboard. It's hollow, except for the Dixie cups.
But that's covered with the tape?
Yep.
Wow.
So
Oh,
we did that with the tape, and then we
okay.
gessoed over the tape, and then we used paint markers to
Hmm.
do all the designs and details. Yeah.
You should do that for one of these.
I did. Didn't we do
Oh.
this for one of our classes?
Probably. Do it again.
Yeah.
Maybe you have different people now.
I
Or
think
we could watch the video, right?
watch the video. It's in the library. Yeah, I did
Yeah.
that with us.
Well,
I think.
Joanne, that might be a good option for your 6th-grade boys too.
Yeah, well, it's so interesting because the teacher I'm subbing for, it's like a very long term sub. She had done letters with 7th grade, but hers, like, they were mostly just painted solid. And I don't know, like the kids just weren't having the best reaction to the one on her bookcase. And this one is so cool the way it was painted.
Well, it could be like a self-portrait. I mean, you
Ooh.
should,
Mm,
present it as a self-portrait.
yeah,
When I
that
did it
sounds
with
cool.
my kids, it was a symbolic self-portrait. So they had
Right.
to put symbols and images of things that represent parts of their personality
Yeah.
or things that they love, and that was part of the assignment. Yeah.
Nice.
Right.
I could swear I did one of the sessions. I'll check, or you could go onto our YouTube channel
I'm
and
gonna disconnect my phone.
okay. And just check the library, because I'm pretty sure we did that.
I didn't even know there was a YouTube channel. Sorry, I'm just like,
Oh, well, welcome to the
Yeah.
party.
yeah, no, I just really
I don't think I've ever
like
seen
these,
it.
and I'm not very connected with the group in my state. I'm in Vermont, so it's a small state, and
Where in Vermont?
in Burlington.
My late husband was born there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I know there's some art teacher groups, but I quit my regular teaching job in 2020, and I am just sort of been floating around teaching now and then. And yeah, it's kind of hard to be part of a group for a school district when you're bouncing around a lot. So
I'm putting the link to the YouTube in the chat
awesome.
so that everybody can check it out. There we go. And you can go through, it's 5 years of videos. So there's
Oh,
like
wow.
70 something
Wow.
videos in our library.
It's 5 years already?
Oh, wait,
In
nope, that's the wrong
2020,
link.
I started it, yeah,
Oh my
when
gosh.
COVID happened. So we have a huge library of sessions. Yeah. So check it out. You could bookmark it, subscribe, like us, all that, yada, yada, yada.
Did you put it there? I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
You guys don't see it? Oh, hold
No.
on, hold on, hold on. Oh, Karen, I sent it to you, sorry. There we go. Share it with your friends. Invite your friends to come and play.
Does anybody want, I have these 2 Met kits. Where am I? How come I can't see myself here?
Let me spotlight you again. Hold on.
I have these 2 Met kits that I'm never gonna use. This one is 20th century art, and then I have medieval art. And I don't want to throw them out. I want to give them away.
Are you going to NYSADA conference?
No, I'm not going to Binghamton.
Oh, okay.
I don't feel
I
like
was gonna
paying
say
for it.
you could donate
I
it
could
for a
schlep it there.
raffle or something.
Yeah, I just don't feel like paying for it. Uh,
I hear you.
I've been to an NYSADA conference before. I went to it when I was in Albany, like
Mhm.
several years ago, and I went to it once when it was like in Tarrytown when I was in grad school.
I love it. It's a really
I
fun-
like it, but I heard that NAEA is gonna be in New York next year, so
Yes,
yeah, so that's
that
like,
will be very cool.
Really? In New York?
yeah.
NAEA, it comes around every 4 years, I think, in New York.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
I thought about going to Chicago because I have a good friend in Chicago, but again, I don't feel like spending the money.
I understand. Gotta.
Jeff, what's the name of the one we're looking at? The letter that you just did. I'm in it looking at all of them, but I don't know.
You're in it. Hold on. Let me
What's up
go.
letter? Maybe I want to look up alphabet. I don't know.
3D
Oh, okay.
3D letter.
There
Robin, you have an R on your shelf?
What, Mom?
Robin has an R on her shelf behind you on the wall. I see an R.
Oh, yeah, I found that at an antique shop in the city.
Cool.
I have a bunch of them, actually. I found one at Michael's that's like a balloon, Mylar balloon letter R. It was
Oh,
on
like
sale
the-
rack for like
like the
$5.
Jeff Koons one.
Yes, yeah, but it's an R. It was on the sale rack for like $5.
It's
Here it
fine.
is. It's called 3D letter part 1, and there's a 3D letters 2.0.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry.
So I don't know if you found it. It's number 37 and 36, or yeah. Happy Thursday. Thank you for.
Sorry about that.
I hear myself.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
I can't wait for the pop-ups.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. And then I'm gonna be doing my my 3D castles.
Yeah.
The ones Robin was at that workshop.
Yeah,
when
I
we
did
it.
that workshop.
So we're gonna be doing that in December, which is kind of perfect for the holidays, a little castle-y thing. And
Yeah, I kept the sample, it's in my classroom.
I love it.
It's fun, but you have to make a lot of effort to collect all those shapes and stuff.
Yes. I have to scour Facebook Marketplace for people selling old stuff. And
But the thing is, on Facebook Marketplace, you can't get a receipt, so you don't get reimbursed.
Oh.
That's my issue with that.
that's
What?
that's true. But
You
that's okay.
could create your own receipt and have the people sign it. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if people would do that. I mean, maybe, I don't know.
The DOE is very, very particular now. They have to see the actual receipt or the charge on your bank statement or whatever, and it's like sometimes it's just more trouble than it's
Yep.
worth. So, all
Yeah.
right.
I do something similar with my second graders every year. I do an abstract wood sculpture. So I collect wood scraps and I cut them into random pieces. They're not finished like yours, like they don't have curves and everything, but they have more hard angles. And I do buy a box of wood scraps that are what do you call it? Not tooled, turned.
Uh-huh.
But it's like $50 for
Right.
just one box. So I just sprinkle it in with the recycled things that I cut up.
Do you have the kids sand them or do you just,
Yes.
yeah, okay.
Yep. I give them sandpaper. That's their favorite part.
Yeah.
And the challenge is to build it tall, strong, and balanced.
As long as it doesn't fall
I
down.
do it that's one of the only projects or one of the few projects that I do every single year. Like, because there are certain things that I just will do every year and the kids really like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not as subject focused. You know, yours is like really like looks like fairy castles, but it's similar and they love it.
Well, I was trying to do a play on the Mary Blair style of her artwork from,
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah. So yeah, oh, you could do anything. This year I'm doing I'm gonna be doing a recycled plastic bottles and cardboard sculptures a la Jean Dubuffet and Charlie McGee. Kind of a
Buffet, I know. I don't know if I know Charlie McGee. How
Charlie
about, and my
McGee.
issue with the plastic bottles is how do you paint them? You have acrylics?
I'm going to, well, they're gonna do their build and use masking tape, and then I'm actually going to use plaster cast and wrap it in plaster cast, and then
Um,
they're gonna paint that.
and what's the subject matter? Is it abstract?
It's totally abstract. You're just building using the forms of the recycled bits and bobs, and
Mhm.
it has to, like you said, it has to stand and it has to feel balanced. It doesn't have
Right,
to represent anything other than what you create, you know?
right.
And then they
How,
get to choose, I want them to paint it in the style of John Dubuffet or Charlie McGee. Charlie McGee was mostly black and white.
uh-huh.
And some of his sculptures are down in uh, oh my God, Wall Street district area.
Mhm.
And John Dubuffet has a sculpture right now in the MoMA outdoor garden, which
Mhm.
uses the red, white, and blue colors and all of that
Mhm.
stuff too. So, and it's all patterns and lines, so it's not, actual realistic representation. It's just abstract patterns and lines, so that every kid should be successful with that.
And are you gonna give them a height minimum and a height maximum?
I think so. Yeah, and then the cool thing is that when the plaster dries, it adds weight to it and it helps make it more sturdy.
And is there gonna be a base or they don't need a base for it?
The thing is, no, they don't need a base. If they, I'm gonna have to make sure that they understand the wider the foundation, the sturdier it will be. If you go wide and then you build up from that, it should stay balanced. So we're gonna go
Mhm.
over all of that also. I'm looking
When
forward to it 'cause it's the first
when
time I'm
I,
doing it.
what?
I said I'm looking forward to it because it's the first time I'm actually doing this. So
Yeah, I love when I do new things, like
me
to see what
too.
happens. When I do that abstract sculpture with my second graders and we talk about balance, I show them a picture of the Empire State Building and I'm like, why wasn't it built upside down?
Hmm.
So that's like a good example to help them understand why you need to build the foundation stronger and bigger.
You could use the Eiffel Tower too.
Yeah.
Same thing. Yep. And
Mhm.
you can't put more weight on one side than the other because it'll topple and it has to be sturdy. So that's going to be one of the absolute requirements.
That could
Well,
be a workshop after you do it.
yes, it could. I should make everybody bring their own garbage though. I was collecting. My mother was, every time mom came over to my house and she saw my my dish drain, it was filled with rinsed out plastic and it was towering. And she came over one day, she's like, "What are you doing over there?" I said, "I'm collecting stuff to use at school." And I had like 6 plastic bags of recyclable stuff that I brought to I went into school with 3 bags of recycled garbage and they looked at me like I was crazy.
It was just bottles, or it was like takeout containers?
Anything plastic. So
Mm.
it could have been like detergent, it could have been a yogurt container, it could have
Oh,
been
okay.
a soap dispenser with a squirty bottle top.
Right.
You know, anything as long as it was cleaned and rinsed out. I actually made it a homework assignment for my kids and sent it home with them to give their parents. 2 things, because I'm also going to do a Louise Nevelson thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one, I said you have to bring in recyclable plastics and or cardboards and like tubes, paper towel tubes, toilet paper tubes, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And the other one is have your parents empty out their junk drawer and send me all your garbage as long as it can't be used as a weapon. And so they have 2 homework assignments because we're a scanning school now. So God forbid somebody brings, I don't know, something in a junk drawer that could kill someone.
You're,
Yeah.
oh, you have metal detectors?
Yeah, we do. So I don't want anybody getting pulled to the side and, you know,
Right.
because of my homework assignment. So,
Miss Abby told me to bring it.
yeah, right. They'll throw me in the back of the police car with the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Yep. So I'm looking forward to trying these things out. And thank you again for sharing your time and your awesomely
Sure.
fun project with us. And I hope you'll visit us again.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, sure.
And thank you all from our lovely twice monthly community. It was really great to see you guys, and I will see you after Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful holiday, and we'll see you
Thank you
all
too.
in December.
Okay. Take
Have
care,
a good
everyone.
weekend, everyone.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.